So good evening and a warm welcome to all the supermoms and dads, if any, present here for this evening's session of Mitra for Life's Thursday Tea Time Chats. For the benefit of some of our new members, I'd like to share a few words about the work we do at Mitra for Life. We are a community working towards empowering children and young adults with special needs to be independent and help them integrate better in a social setup. We have online parent forums such as these, panel discussions, curate new experiences, have festival celebrations, and more, where parents can come together and find support and solutions. Please do join our community by looking us up on mitraforlife.org for more details. It is now my pleasure to introduce this evening's speaker, Arpita Majumdar. Arpita is the mother of Siddhartha Majumdar, a 23-year-old young adult on the autism spectrum. She is a special educator and an ABT practitioner and works at Deepika School in Bangalore. She is also an active volunteer with Mitra for Life and contributes to several of our programs. Her son Siddhartha Majumdar is currently employed at Antarbhava Foundation. He enjoys singing, music, cycling, meeting new people, exploring new places, and is a foodie. He is also a gifted sketch artist. I now hand it over to Arpita to talk about her journey. Over to you, Arpita.
Thank you, Samyukta, for the lovely introduction. And good evening and a very warm welcome to each one of you to take out time and come. So before I start my journey backward with my son, I would request Samyukta to play a short video.
Can you see?
Yeah, visible.
Good morning, everybody. Today I'm singing Zindagi Ek Safar Hai Suhana. Please enjoy the song. जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना यहाँ कल क्या हो उतले उतले यो 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 पीछे रह जाएगा ये ज़माना यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना हाँ जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना अरे उतले उतले यो उतले उतले यो उतले उतले यो उतले उतले यो
Thank you, Samyukta. So that's my son Siddharth, and I proudly sit, in front of all of you because of him. And I'm sure a day will come when I go back to my journey to make you understand that how is it possible that you will also be speaking to younger parents and telling about your beautiful journey. And I am what today is because of him again. And that yes, things were not easy. I had a lot of difficulty and confusion when he was growing up. What you see him today, he was just the opposite when he was a, kid. He was very, very shy and an introvert, extremely shy child, where I had to pull him out to talk to people if there were too many people in the house. The sound, the noise, too many people talking together, it was very difficult for him to process. But as a young mother, I didn't understand all those things. I used to pull him like any other mother would do. to introduce him to people, but he used to just put his hand on the ears and used to run away. And I used to pull, and there used to be a constant tussle between us. And after they left also, I used to scold him that, oh, you didn't come and this and that, without understanding what he's going through. Today, he's in a position, he is verbal. When I ask him, when we look back to our journey, I ask him that, why did you do so then? He said, I was too many people, too much sound, too much light. I was not able to take it. And I was getting bored because I could not relate to what people were talking to. I preferred staying in the comfort of my room. It is coming from him, not from me. After so many years, he's able to relate and tell me this. For today's session, when I was, going back, I asked him that today I'm going to talk about you. So what exactly you want me to talk about you? This is what he told. That when I was young, now I love talking to people. Now I love interacting people. But that time I didn't like, because it was too much for me to process. So even that's like in a typical traditional house, the conch shell is blown morning and evening. Even that sound he could not take. He used to just run away. He knew the exact timing when the conch shell is going to be blown, and he used to just run away, or he used to close his ears. Till date, he's not very comfortable, but he will not run away. He'll just sit like this. He's able to process and manage it now with so many years, of listening to it. But it was not very easy earlier. He used to do the tiptoe walk, the toe walking was there. He was an extremely hyper child, because I feel that being a child on the spectrum, his vestibular needs are very, very high. Vestibular means a motor movement has to happen for them. So earlier, when the speech was very, very limited, he used to be always on his toes, because some motor movement, the body is in a motion, it is moving, which is very calming for him. But as the speech started picking up, that bodily movement came down. But yeah, there is a need for him to always rock and go. So I introduced him to cycling at the age of 4 years. It was not easy at all. It was very, very difficult. He used to cry, scream. And after, I think, 1 month of persistence, finally, with a training wheel, he could cycle. That was a big achievement for me. But now, looking back at that time, how difficult it was to make him sit on the cycle. Today, he cycles almost half the Bangalore. Wherever I want him to go, he'll confidently go. So, and also singing also, which he does so confidently. And this was a program called Unlabeled, done by Mitra for Life. In front of 200 people, he sang so confidently. But same, when I look back on my journey with him, even if he used to sing, used to love singing. But when I asked him to sing in front of people, he used to refuse. Plain refusal. I will not. So I used to think that maybe he will never sing in front of anybody, or maybe he will never do anything. Just like a young mother is full of doubts. I was also full of so many doubts. I didn't know what to do, how to process. How to make him go through the entire process. But believe me, with my belief, with him, looking at him, the way each day we progressed, it made everything possible. It was not easy at all. But I took it as a head-on challenge that it's okay. He is born with some difficulty. And the day he was diagnosed also with PDD, that is pervasive developmental disorder, since they don't say autism at the first time when you meet a doctor, they'll not say autism because they're not very sure, since the child is very young. So it I have heard so many people, I've seen many of my friends, they go into a denial. I was never in a denial. I was also very young. Yeah, maybe I couldn't understand that much. I couldn't process that much that I don't know. I was, I think 25, 26, like that. I never went on a denial. I was like, okay, he has an issue. So what? Let us see what can be done. And on those days, there were internet and all was not that much, available. So I started ordering books and buying books so that I could read about autism. What is autism? So I started reading in depth about it. This is what happened. This is what they like. This is what they don't like. Simple things like he wanted to see me in this particular dress. For example, I'm wearing this. At night also, he preferred me looking at that dress only. If I change into my night dress or something, he used to never like. There's to be a huge tantrum and there's to be a big meltdown, which I was unable to understand at that point, that why the meltdown has happened. And okay, so then slowly the time came, I used to think, okay, let him sleep, then I'll change. But at night when he used to touch me, the texture was different. He used to start crying and yelling at the middle of the night. So I was completely unable to understand that what is happening, why is he so? Because it's for him the pattern. I have seen my mother in the morning wearing this dress, and she should be in this dress only throughout the day, which I could not process at that moment. So it was very, very difficult. And like it was like two siblings fighting. My mother used to say that when I look at both of you, I feel the siblings are fighting. It's not mother and son. Because I was really not able to understand that what is happening. Why is he like this? Why is he not doing what others are doing? The same doubt I think you all are going through right now. So like I would request each one of you to read about it. Like what are the difficulties they face, what they don't like. I mean, as a mother, yes, definitely you get an instinct, what they like, what they don't like. But what is autism, if it is autism at all? That why is it like this? Why is he refusing? So what is the thing in alteration I can do? So I had been to some, not doctors exactly, some special educators and all, and I started asking them, like, if I take him for a function, he used to refuse to go. He used to say, I will, because it was a new place. So the doctors and all, the therapists told me that you cannot suddenly take him to a new place. You have to train him. So I started making picture cards with their help. And I started showing him the dates. Since they are very good with numbers, I started showing that this date we are going for a function. And this many people, I used to draw simple. It's not a very difficult drawing, just a simple line drawing, a circle and like this, you know, in one page, like a circle and a triangle, a circle and a triangle, like many people will be there. And what is Siddharth supposed to do? Siddharth is supposed to sit. Siddharth is not supposed to walk. And one picture where one boy with one leg up is hopping. So that really, really helped. I started training him that way. Anywhere we went, be a trip, be a function, I started training him beforehand. And then a time came when I took this process away was once we were going for one wedding, and I started training him. He said, I know what exactly you are going to tell. You are going to tell I should sit in one place. I should not jump. I should not touch anybody. And I don't need this diary. I remember it by heart. So that is the day I understood, okay, now he has got it. Before that, I had to train him each and every time we went anywhere. But it was he who gave me that, no, I know it. I know it by heart now. So instead of telling what not to do, what to be done has to be given. If I say don't run around, then what? They don't know, then what? So I have to say that, okay, we both will sit together and we will say we will draw. If the child likes to draw, we will draw who all are coming, or we'll draw the flower, or we'll draw something. Some alternate has to be given. A direct no is not something they are looking for because they don't know the alternative. Till date, if I give him a free time, though he has so many hobbies, he doesn't know what to do. I have to structure it. 10:30 to 11, you have to sing. 11 to 11:30, you sketch. 11:30 to 12, you go for cycling. Then he's sorted. If I say you have a free day, do whatever you want, whatever is not there in the dictionary. Whatever he doesn't do. Same way, if I'm taking him somewhere or if I'm saying a no to him, the no has to come with an alternate. That instead of that, what am I supposed to do? So that was a learning for me, a training for me, which I also went through, because initially I used to say no and used to not listen. So I used to be very frustrated that when I have told him, I have trained him, still he's not doing. Then my that counselor told me it's a no will not help. Alternate has to help. Then I started giving him alternates. That will sit and count, we'll see the cars. He loves cars. So how many cars are there? How many red cars are there? Something you have to give interesting to the child at that moment so that he sits quietly. Or we'll go to the food counter, go and look what is the menu, what is there in the menu. So he'll go to check the menu and what all is there. So something interesting has to be there to say a no to them. And one more very strange thing, I don't know how many of you have faced. Whenever he used to be invited to birthday parties and all, there used to be one joker, there used to be one clown dressed up. I mean, children like, but he used to be, completely scared of them. He was like, it was a dread for him to go to a birthday party. The moment he saw one clown coming or something coming, he could not take it. Till date, it is there. Anybody like a normal face is okay. But if you put like, like you become something else, he's not able to take. Simple, I also apply some pack or something, till date he's uncomfortable. That time he used to cry. I was unable to understand that why is it so? Why is it so? Like clown, Mickey Mouse, and every child likes, why my child is doing like that? I used to start feeling bad. But then I understood that, okay, for him that the visual thing is too high. Like They say, no, I don't know how many of you will agree. I agree to it. They say children with autism or adult with autism, they have animal sense organs, in the sense they can see more, they can listen more, they can smell more, everything is in a higher. What we hear as 10 decibel, they can hear at 20 decibel. So say a simple makeup for us is nothing. For him, the visual, this is too high. He's not able to take it, which took for me years to understand. That I was very surprised that Mickey Mouse is not, the Mickey Mouse is coming near him, is a small child, is trying to hold and is yelling and crying and running away from there. I was like, what is this? Till date, the Santa Claus, if he sees in any mall, he's not crying, but he'll be little uncomfortable. It has not gone till date. In one of his birthday, I gave him a big Santa Claus as gift. He sleeps with it. That is okay, because that is not, he said, because that is non-living. If it was living, I would not have touched it. So that very peculiar habits, very peculiar things they have, which as young mothers, we don't understand and we are frustrated because so-called neurotypical children are enjoying that activity or doing that. And we feel that why our child is not doing it. But yeah, as over the years, I mean, as your child grows up, you will analyze many things. So whenever your child is crying, throwing a tantrum, think about it. It's not simply he's doing. Yeah, some people, some children do out of habit. But it's not always habit. They are trying to tell something. They're trying to convey something. We have to look into it instead of ignoring and getting angry, which I also did. I used to get angry. I used to just throw this, leave him and go. But now when I think back, I regret many things, which I won't want any of you young mothers to go through that. I wish I had done this. I wish I had not been so rude to him. I wish at that moment I had held him and told it's okay not to go to a birthday party. So a lot of regrets I have, which I don't want anybody to go through. So, even when people were there in the house, they used to have a get together, he used to just shut himself in a room. Or he was very close to my father-in-law, he always is. He used to take his hand and go to the room and shut the room. How many times calling him, he will not come. You keep calling him, and because of him, even he could not come out. And then he says today that I didn't like this too much sound. It was too much for me to process. So when there's a get together or something like that, if your child is refusing, give him that space. Don't force. Because I have learned it the hard way. I used to force him and there was to be a fight and crying and all those things. And I used to be ultimately frustrated, but the child will not come out. So it's very difficult. Like the mustache thing. Like we have a neighbor who has a big mustache. Till date, he's scared of him. He's not ever scolded him. He has not ever beaten him, nothing harsh. But when I ask him what is his big mustache, I cannot take it. So maybe that that visual input is too much for him to take. So one more very important thing which I did because of the psychologist or whoever I was showing, they told it keep breaking the pattern because they are slave to pattern. It's good in a way, but not good in a way. They are good. Pattern means brushing the teeth at night, brushing the teeth in the morning. Any good habit you want to install, let the pattern be there. But what I started doing very early was, if his lunchtime was 1 o'clock, and he could see the time, he started, he learned the time very fast. At the age of 6-7 years, he learned time. Very good with numbers. So I started altering the time. Either I used to give him at 12:45 or 1:15 or 1:20. Initially, he used to cry a lot because his food time is going away. But then later he started adjusting to it, that it will not be same all the time. So I'm just giving an example, food, because it is very important and close to the child. Alteration in the plan has to happen. Otherwise, if they become so rigid with it, the wire gets so strong that you will have a very tough time. If one day it doesn't happen, they throw a very bad tantrum. So till date, I keep changing. Like something I will do, and then he'll say, why you did this way? Since he's more verbal, I tell him, Siddharth, life is a change. Nothing is constant. So it's not that he understands that, but telling him again and again and again, he now, okay, I understand life is a change. Nothing will be constant. I said, yeah. So I keep altering, like a Monday to Friday, I keep a routine. Saturday, Sunday, I completely make it go berserk. I don't plan anything for him. When he gets up, should I have my breakfast? I said, no, first you clean your cycle, then have your breakfast. So I keep, changing it, manipulating it, so that he doesn't become a slave to it. But yeah, any good habit you want to install in them, any good habit you want the child to do, definitely make it a routine. It's such a beautiful part of autism, that habit part. Like even if we travel by train, now it has stopped completely now. He will take the brush, go at night and brush. Without that, he cannot sleep. But I appreciate that. Water is there, everything is there, why not? So, I mean, but yeah, whichever things which you think might not happen permanently or might change, keep altering that. It's very good for the child. Initially, yes, difficult. They will throw a tantrum. There will be a lot of problem. But as time goes, they will understand. And I started at the age of 5 or 6 for him to altering the plan. So that time his understanding was very less, speech was very less. So the tantrums used to be very, very high. But I mean, I kept on, I didn't leave it, I kept on trying. And finally it was like, okay, I see a ray of hope. He is understanding. Today is 12:45, and then 12:45, if not getting, he's a little restless, but at least he'll not cry. He reached that stage. Then 1 o'clock, okay, 1 o'clock, I'm giving him food. So, and yeah, and staying in a joint family, it was difficult. I'll not say it was easy, listening to everybody. You should not make the child cry. You should not. But certain times you have to have a deaf ear. I'm not saying be disrespectful or don't listen, but sometimes you have to have that strong thing that, no, I have to do it for my child. So whoever you are consulting, whatever you are reading, whatever they say, try to do, because people are saying with experience. As a mother, I may feel, oh, my child, what will happen? What will happen? He will cry. It's okay to cry. Crying makes the lungs strong. And if they cry now, we are there to, wipe their tears. Later, there is nobody to wipe their tears. So let them cry. Let them fall. Let them do the things which you want them to do. Push them a little, not too much. Just push out of their comfort. Keep pushing them again and again and again. Then only the things will be achieved. When I had come to Bangalore, he was 13 or 14, I think. So it was not easy, very difficult with him. But I started pushing my limits. The moment I started pushing my limits, he also started pushing his limits. So what you see today, a confident young man, it's not come easy. It's not come very easily. It's come with a lot of sacrifice, lot of struggle. But yeah, he was also equally ready to be part of it. That is why I'm successful. It's not my success at all. He wanted to be a little this one. Like he goes to some place, he'll say, that boy, he was doing like this. I think he has a problem. That girl, if she was doing like this, she has a problem. Then I'll say, what problem you have? No, I don't have a problem. First, it'll be plain denial. And I say, is it really you don't have? No, I think I have this. Then he'll say. So it was his wish also that he wanted to, do something for himself, that it has happened. And like I'll say that, yeah, that ADHD problem also, which I told you, it was there. So I could have taken him to a doctor and done something about it, but I just gave it some time. I said, let us give it some time. Because it was not 1 second he would sit in one place. It used to be, he used to hold the tip of the finger and continuously up and down, up and down, up and down. It was that bad. And today he is completely happily sitting in the room and listening to music. That is not there at all. So people, places, new things, that is not easy for them to process and take. So I know what a mother, we are a young carefree girl and suddenly we are mother of a special child. It's very difficult. I have been through that phase. I used to work in a Montessori school that time, and all my friends after school used to go for some movie or shopping. I could not go. I had to come back home because my son was there. It was not easy. It was not easy. That's why I say a lot of sacrifices has come in the way to, be today like this. But yeah, I feel very proud because we can celebrate very small moments of happiness, which I will, sorry to say, a neurotypical parent cannot. They want big achievements. For us, the other day we had a meeting, my child able to ride a bicycle. It's such an aha moment for me. My child saying one sentence is such a beautiful moment for me. So we know how to celebrate small things. We are not looking for big things to happen. And this, I found this group, that Supermoms group, so beautiful. Other day, some sharings and all happened, that we are all in the same boat. No, none of us are different. Just because my child is not here because of his age, because whatever it is, doesn't mean that I have not gone through that rocky patch and that boat. My boat has also rocked very badly. I had also had sleepless night. But yeah, I was always confident that I can do it with my child, and my child got that confidence because of me. If I was not confident about him, he would have never got. Mother has a major role to play. Father, yes, of course, many fathers do also, but they have other work to do also. But mother, 24/7, we are like the primary caregiver for a child. So what we think, how we perceive, how much confidence we have, that directly reflects on the child. And they say with the autism, a child is sponge for emotion. Whatever emotion you are giving, they can immediately catch it. The vibes, they can immediately catch it. So we need to be a little more focused and proactive, and decide a day before, okay, this might happen. So what are the things I need to do? Prepare yourself. Suddenly something happens, you are not prepared. That is also there. There are days it happens. But most of the time you can prepare yourself. That you know your child the best, that if this happens, A, B, C, D can happen. So for A, I need to do this. For B, I need little bit preparation. If you do, I think handling will be little easier, not that difficult. And just don't give up. You are a mother of a wonderful person, a wonderful child. Never give up. Your child has potential, but only thing you need to tap at the right place. And how it will come? With unconditional love and support. Let the world say whatever. Doesn't matter. How you feel about the child matters. How much confidence you have on the child matters. It's your love which will make the child bloom. Many people will say many things. Oh, I wish it was there. You say, no, I don't wish my child he was any different. I'm very happy with my child. And I know with time it will be improved. Have that conviction in yourself. And don't lose yourself to, I will not do anything 24/7. I'm with my child. Yeah, you need to be with your child. Never ignore your child. But do things which you like. Believe me, the child looks at your happiness. The child looks at your passion and picks up that passion. I have seen my son doing it. I am very fond of dancing. At this age also I dance. I do small programs with my friends. Initially, he didn't like me wearing the makeup and that dress because I look different. So initial 1 or 2 meltdown had happened. But now he knows that my mother feels very happy about it. And I'll say, why don't you start singing? You sing and I will dance. So, but yeah, it has come after years and years and years of practice and patience. It is just not like in one day I have, like he is what he is. Lot of, tears and lot of sleepless nights, and what all you all are going through, many of you are going through, has happened with me also. But today, when I look back, I find it such a beautiful journey. Without that journey, I would not have been what I am today. I was also a timid girl. I was also maybe low on confidence also. But then my child showed me the path, the way that, walk this path and we both will succeed. Maybe he never spoke like that, but there was some unspoken words between us that you walk a step, I will take a step. Just walk that one step for your child. Believe me, it will maybe take 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, but the child will walk. Never lose hope on your child. Once I'm a special educator also. So I remember one parent had come to the parents teacher meeting, and I had showed some this one academic thing, which the child was not able to do, but she's a very good dancer. So if the father told, I have no hope on my child. I said, being a parent of a child, how can you use those words also? Look at your daughter's the dance, this one, talent, how much talented she is. No, I don't have any hope. So I don't want any of us to become like that. Why there is no hope? We have given that child, the special child, with something, with some motto, with some agenda, with some, we can manage it, that kind of thing. So don't give up. Just have some alternative plans, plan well, get up, for example, I will say, start writing a diary, like on Monday to Friday, how you want your day to be, how you want to start your day, what are the things you want your child to do. Yes, in between Monday to Friday, there may be a bad day. When your child is not in a mood, drop everything that day. All the plans, what you had made for the child, just drop it. It's okay to drop that day. You can again, there are days still now with my child, with my son, I plan like this. Suddenly 3 days he's completely off. So at 3 days, I completely drop it off. What to do? Because he's not in a mood, and he says also, I don't want to do anything. And I know the more I talk to him, the more irritated he'll go. So I just leave him and I drop him. Again, after 3 days, he picks up. So the picking up does happen, but we need to give them little time. time to process, time to think, time to understand. We can't be rushing them. I mean, I have learned it in a very hard way. I used to rush him for everything, but now I know I need to give him time. And as a teacher also, when I see in the class, when I'm teaching them, a spontaneous answer is not what I will get. I'll ask a question and I have to give a gap. After some time, some boy will say some answer or some girl will say some answer, because the processing takes a lot of time. What you have told to them to comprehend, to think an answer, and then put the right words and take it out, it takes a lot of time, which I initially, hurried with my child and I showed all my frustration on him. But as a teacher now, I'm in a better position to understand my children in the class, that it's not a spontaneous thing for them. It will not happen. So academics also, you see that how much is your child able to do? What do you want to achieve with your child? That agenda has to be very clear. Yeah, initially I was also a mother who wanted her child to do, academically well, because I will feel good about it. The family will feel good about it. But there came a point I understood that it is happening only because I want it. And I'm able to proudly say my son is in class 7, class 8, class 9. But then I understood that the core he doesn't understand. If I ask him that, will you be happy getting 90 out of 100 or will you be happy getting 10 out of 100? He'll say 10 out of 100. That is the day I realized that no, it doesn't matter. It matters only to me. For him, it doesn't really matter. He is happy the way he is. I am only pushing him. And that pushing, I felt, brought in a lot of behavior issues also. Because he was not able to take, the frustrations grew in him. So now whenever I plan something for him, I don't push him. I just give him the thought and I just leave him. Since he's much grown up now. Yes, as young mothers, we need to push. But I will say, don't keep pushing. You introduce something one day, let it continue for 1 month, 2 months. See how your child takes it. Whether the child is taking it or is refusing it. If you see refusing it, just drop it. Everybody can't do everything. Can you and I do everything what others are doing? We can't. We all have our limits and capacity. So let the child, understand his limit and capacity. Let us also understand that this is the, cutoff level of my child. And just bring your child back. Because ultimately we want a happy child. We want a child to be happy. We don't want them to be frustrated, depressed, throwing, like angry all the time. Recently, a child came to my class he's 12 years old. He came from a mainstream school. How much anger he had in him, I cannot tell you in words. He refused to talk to anybody. He was just sitting like this, all the time stressed. After 2 months of coming to school, now what has happened is, he is talking to everybody. He's all the time laughing and smiling, and mother comes and asks, how did you bring the change? I said, we did not do anything. It's just the academics we removed. We thought that let us stop academics for some time. Let him do all the extracurricular activities and let us see the change. And it really helped. The pressure from the mainstream, the child was unable to take. And mother told he was not talking at home also. He used to go and sit in the balcony for 4 to 5 hours without eating, without going to toilet. Now she says the child comes back so happy. And he says, I have friends. I did not study. First thing he'll say, I did not study, but I did dance, I did yoga, I did this, I did that. So that is what we want for our child, right? We don't want to push them into the rat race. We are already out of the rat race. The sooner we understand, I think it is better for us, better for the child. We are out of the rat race. So why running behind what my, if my child is 7-year-old, what my 7-year-old niece or nephew or my neighbor's son or daughter can do? We are out of it. So when we are out of it, let us enjoy it. We have the time. We are not in a race. Let us slowly take it each day. Let us enjoy the child. Let us know what the child likes. Let us also go easy about it. So the sooner we understand, we accept, it is very, very, very easy for the child. The child is a happy, confident child because the mother is happy and confident about it. I am not ashamed to take my child anywhere. Yeah, there was a time I used to think 10 times. What will people think? What will people think? Then one day I just dropped it. That if I am happy, what people think doesn't matter. And taking out also gives you an opportunity to understand what are the areas you need to work with your child with. It's not for others, for us. That this is the area. Okay, my child doesn't want to interact. Okay, let me work a little bit on interaction. Okay, my child, too much noise is there, doesn't want to go. So we get the opportunity to understand our child better when we expose them. So do expose them. Yeah, they might look awkward, they might behave awkward, but that's okay. If you are okay, doesn't matter who's okay and who's not okay. And the child understands, senses that my mother is okay, my father is okay, so I am okay. So automatically he'll be happy. But if you are stressed about it, no, what will people think, pulling him, and it's not not easy for the child. He doesn't have the right word to say, but he'll not be a happy person. Oh, my parents are ashamed of me, then what? But if the parents are happy about the child, things start moving and changing. I have seen the miracle happen. Because of the confidence I had in him, because the unconditional love I gave him, things were moving. And because I focused on myself also, it's not that I was brooding and crying in 24 hours by 7 with him. I started focusing on my career, not leaving him, giving first priority to him, but also focusing on my life. So the more confident, more independent I became, the more independent my child became. How? Because I was leaving him. I was not 24/7 standing on his head. Do this now, do that now, do this now. I was not doing it. So automatically child was doing it. So if we give little space to the child doing what we like, be it art, be it music, be it computers, whatever you want, the child also gets that space. He needs that space. He doesn't need 24 hours monitoring. He's not a patient. He's a blooming, beautiful child. He needs that space to understand and just be himself, not doing anything at all. All the time, do this, do that, do this. I mean, since my son is verbal in an age where he says that too much, like he's my checometer now. When I say, sometimes I also nag after so many years also. He'll say, directly he'll take my name and say, Arpita, you're talking too much. I'm not liking. And I'll get into some anxiety mode. You want that? I said, no, then keep quiet. So now he's telling his words, so I'm expressing. Your child may be saying the same thing. Only thing, he doesn't have the right words now. He has, after 20, 20 years, he has the right words to say. Too much you're talking, I'm not liking it. So, do something for yourself, grow. Your passion, go towards it, whatever you like doing as a young girl. And it gives the child some space also. And the relationship, the bonding is much healthier. A nagging mother, nobody wants. A nagging wife, nobody wants. A nagging mother-in-law, nobody wants. So, let us stop nagging by doing things what we like. So we are giving space to everybody. So that is it, my journey with Siddharth. It's been like a roller coaster ride, It's been.
Thanks, Arpita. I'm sure there's a lot more for you to share.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster ride throughout the life.
This was beautiful.
And when we are going down, we don't know. Right? It's like, I'm living with a live wire. I feel sometimes when that wire will light my house and when there'll be sudden fire, I don't know. So I should be prepared myself. I prepare myself. Okay, if there is a fire, what I need to do. Live wire dangling on my head 24/7. But I'm used to it now, so it's okay. I know I'm equipped enough to manage it now. And as a mother, you all will be with passage of time. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. Yes, we are open to questions if you have anything. I have one of my own. I'd like to start with that.
Yes.
So when exactly did you tell him that he is on the spectrum, or and how do you tell it? How do you?
No, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him anything at all. I started growing up. He started realizing that he's different, and he started coming and telling me, that person called me mad. Am I mad? I don't know. You are not mad at all. Then what I am? I said, you are different. Then somebody told me, why don't you introduce him to the word autism? Then I started introducing, you have autism, Siddhartha. He told, what is autism? I said, the thing, see, you have difficulty in speech. When you go out, you talk to people, you do things which you are not supposed to do. So that is a problem you have a little bit, with which we work together, in a positive way. I don't know whether I was right or wrong to say that way. If we work together, that can be overcome. So I introduced the word when he came and started telling that person is calling me mad. Am I mad? I said, no, you are not mad. So
what age was this?
It was 15 or 16.
Okay, That too.
But yeah, that realization comes to them at a very early age that they are different, but only they don't have the words to express. Because I had understood when he was going to a mainstream school and he had a lot of behavior issues. Because, and when I spoke to the teachers told it's not that he wants to do, he wants to fit in and he doesn't know how to fit in. To do something odd, if I do, then everybody will look at me and that is my aha moment. Okay, everybody's giving me attention. So something wrong, I'll take somebody's pencil and break it. It's not I want to break it, I want to make friends. I don't have the words, I don't know what to do. So the realization had come long back, but then when he told me that am I mad, I don't know, you are not mad, you have autism. And autism is a like I just told a technical term also, which is not easy for him to process. This is the problem you have. And now he says, he doesn't say I have autism problem. I say, Siddharth, what problem you have? When he says this person is like that, that person, he'll come somewhere, he'll see, he can't work properly, he can't talk properly. I said, what do you have? I have anxiety problem. Oh. He has learned that when you talk too much, I get anxiety. I said, is it only because of me? No, I get into anxiety. So that is it. Somebody else also had a question. Somebody had written something. Sandhya had written. Who can see? Where's Sandhya? Are you there?
Yes, you can unmute yourself and ask. Oh, yeah, they have to. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Sandhya.
Hello, good evening. I'm Sandhya from Bangalore.
Yes, Sandhya, please.
It was a wonderful, talk by you, ma'am, because you let us know that we are not alone in this journey.
Absolutely not.
Whatever you have met, I think we are going through most of it. And, sometimes we get dejected saying that is this the end to something, or my son would not be able to do what others are doing right now. So, but you gave us a courage and you filled in some hope, you instilled some hope in us, saying that yes, we'll be able to do, but patience is a key and we need to keep working with the child. I have some queries, ma'am, if I can ask that now.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So my son now is about 4 years, 8 months, and almost he'll be completing 5 this May. So his understanding is improving to a greater extent, and his communication is need-based now. So if he wants something, he would just ask that. But as a mother, I'm curious to know how I should be working with him in order to make him communicate about his emotions, in order to make him communicate about what is going through in him, or what he wants to express about anything or about anyone. Is there anything that you would want to share with me now?
Yes. I will share that it's not easy for them to, share their emotion. So what I had done, I had made that emotion cards. Can you mute? Yeah. Sandhya will mute you. Little this is disturbances there. What I had done, I had made emotion cards because they just know happy and sad. Only 2 things. So happy, sad, surprised, anger. So few emotion cards you have to make. And, like whenever the child is like, it comes with practice, it doesn't come easily. Like whenever the child is crying, you put the emotion cards in front of the child and ask the child to pick up. But you have to train before that this is happy and this is sad. And slowly it comes with a lot of practice. 1 day, 2 days, it won't happen. So the emotion cards really, really helps to, express. And I will say if the child is only doing need-based talking, sometimes what happens, we are providing the child whatever they want before they can ask for it. So there is no need to talk. Let the child wait for the child to ask. Most of the parents, 90% of the parents, including me, I have done, maybe till now I sometimes do. I know what my child likes, what my child does, I will do before the child asks for it. What is the need for the child to talk? If I don't do it, he will put an effort to say, I want this, or I don't want this, or I want to go there. You get ready and just sit and wait for your child. So he'll be crying, pulling your hand and all. And you say that, what do you want? What do you want? Out, where? So that is how you can start. Don't just give in ready-made everything. Wait for the child to react, to ask. So that is one way. And if the child has a speech issues, then definitely that flashcards help a lot. Initially, when he had limited speech, I had to use a lot of flashcards for him, starting from his potty training to everything, that where it has to be done, and everything was in flashcards. Because initial years were very difficult, and I don't know, people say morning shows the day. For me, it is just the opposite. How he was and how he was somebody who used to lock himself in the room if people come. Now I have to pull him back when people come. How much he will talk that people sometimes who don't know about him, they will, get that what is happening. Which car you have, where do you stay, where is your house? The car you have, it's a very old one. You better buy a new one. So I have to pull him back. The morning actually doesn't show the day. So don't be disheartened. Just keep trying, I'll say, because I have experienced it myself. How he was in, there's a hell and heaven difference.
And you said he's only 5, so
Yeah, give him time. Give him time. He's too young.
sometimes time also,
A lot of time. And flashcards, I mean, you can introduce him there.
Okay.
Teach him the emotion. Teach him the emotions.
And I have heard most of the people and also the special educators and the teachers say that the child should go to a mainstream school. So is that the thing?
There is two school of thought on this. One school will say yes, because the child is exposed to all the normal things. But I have a other view. My child was going to a mainstream school, but just think of it. You are in a class, you are learning something which you don't understand anything at all. There are 40 hands going up when a question is asked. Your hand is like, how will you feel? I felt my child went through that frustration. Everybody was accepting him, everybody was good to him. But when academics is happening, he's not able to understand, relate to anything at all. How frustrating it can be. If I am put in a class where French language is taught, and that to advanced level, what will I do? I'll be fidgeting, I'll be looking down, looking up, I'll be going to toilet, I'll be just throwing somebody, disturbing somebody, because I'm not understanding what is happening. And when everybody is answering, I'm feeling very bad. I want to answer. There's no child, being special or normal, doesn't want to prove himself or herself. So I am feeling frustrated that I'm not able to answer. So I feel the child goes through a lot of frustration. But that is again my opinion. There are parents who will think other way, and I'm completely okay with their experience and their opinion. But my opinion, yeah, no. I will prefer a special child, because school only fit for my child. The child blooms better. He sees 10 people are like me, and he feels very comfortable and relaxed. And automatically, the moment you are relaxed, in a relaxed state of mind, you will do things which you are supposed to do. When you are stressed out, you will not do anything. You can't think anything. So I think I did a mistake putting him in a mainstream.
Yeah, I agree with Arpita. I also had put my son in mainstream, and he just they didn't provide the support that they need, basically.
No, he was provided with the support. He was provided with the support, but that time he was in class 3 and 4. What can you expect from a class 3 or 4-year-old children? Stand him? No. They were teasing him all the time. Whenever it was in teacher's eye, the teachers used to stop. But many things happen, we know, in school when the teacher is not around. So the humiliation, the frustration the child goes through is very, very high, which comes later as behavior issue. That is my personal experience. I have completely, I'm okay with another school of thought and another set of parents saying that inclusion is must in school. I mean, that is there, but that is my personal opinion.
Yeah, so just look for schools that are inclusive, that do provide the support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. What were your top 2 or 3 priorities for Siddharth? Because somewhere when it comes to priority, my son is 11, he's 10 and a half now. So sometimes, communication seems to be taking topmost thing, then academics, and then some of his hobbies or interest where I feel should I be giving more focus to that, and then sensory needs. So what were your top 2 or 3 priorities for Siddharth when he was
At that age,
10,
yes.
11?
Yes. I'll thank one of my friend for helping me out with this. I started making him independent at a very young age. She said, what if tomorrow suddenly you go? You can't predict how long you're going to live. Are you? I said, no. So how long will you think you'll be able to do whatever you're doing? I said, I don't know. She said, why don't you start training? So I started at the age of 12 or 13 for him to train of independent. It's not he's doing cooking and cleaning and all. As soon as he gets up, making up his own bed. That took me 4 months to teach him that. He could not, hold the bedspread straight. But I used to encourage him. Now a day has come, perfect bed. His bed is the perfect one in the house. So making his own bed after taking bath, putting the towel outside, washing his undergarment. So I started it very early. So my top of the list was, making him, starting to make him independent. Journey of independence has to start. And second was addressing his challenged behavior. What are the areas he's finding it difficult? And what are the things I need intervention on? Sensory or wherever I need. That are the areas I worked. Academics, as he started growing, started taking a backseat because it was too much for me to take and him to process. I was going into frustration. He's not understanding. I'm trying to understand. And I had hit him also when he was younger than and then he is also hitting back. And it was getting too much for me to take. So I thought, okay, let us take independence as the first. And the second one, addressing the problem behavior. And third, yes, making him happy. Doing things for myself and giving him some space so that he's also happy, I'm also happy. So that started actually very early. And since I moved to Bangalore, it was easier for me because, there were no help and all. So, sending him to buy milk and all, I started very early, 13 years or all, he started going. I never bought exact change back, but he was okay with it. That at least he's learning and going on his own and bringing and getting that confidence that I can do it. So I feel as mother of special children of all of us, that independence living skill should start very early. They take a lot of time. They are not somebody who will look at somebody and learn. They learn only by doing, hands-on. So it takes a lot of time for them.
Because
you keep doing functional maths, functional English, you do that, which he'll be requiring in day-to-day life. Like, like going to a supermarket and little calculations and English, he should be able to read where is the railway station, where is the platform, and how to Google and find out. That functional level you keep. If you see that your child is finding it difficult, I will suggest everything functional should be there. Focus on things because our children really lack and we need to push there.
yes, and also somewhere as mothers, or at least from my side, I tend to pamper him a lot or overprotect him. So that constant anxiety is there within me as well, that, is he safe? Is he fine? And now, since last 2 years, being with them always round the clock has increased even my anxiety levels. So sure.
So you need to work on yourself, then first pursue your hobbies, do something, when he's not around you for half an hour, let him be. I mean, there are other people in the house, lock the door properly. And you exactly know what your child will do. Let him be on his own for some time. Let him not do anything. Let him sit and watch something. Okay. Little detachment, little by little, it has to happen. I mean, I know even I am a very, like it was what you're saying, I completely relate to it also. But little detachment has to start. Suddenly one day you cannot achieve anything. Today I leave for my work at 8:30 and my son locks the door and leaves at 9:30. I go to Kanakpura Road, which takes traveling time is 1 hour. He goes nearby. I am still a little anxious, but I'm confident that he'll manage. But again, it came because I started leaving him little. First for half an hour, 20 minutes, 1 hour, and constantly on the call, what are you doing? Then he started telling me when he became verbal, don't call so many times, I'm getting irritated now. So then I started reducing it. Just because he has a voice, he's saying, but I'm saying what your child must be also feeling the same. That we are constantly harping on them. And I mean, it's too much to take. If somebody does to us also, we'll not like it. So that way.
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else?
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Shubha. My son's name is Prajwal. Yeah, my question to Madam Arpita, ma'am.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, my son Prajwal is 12 years old. He is in autism spectrum disorder. About my son, he has need-based communication. He cannot talk like you and me. He has only limited need-based communication, and he's very good in functional skills, like folding the clothes or organizing the shelves. Everything. He's good in functional skills, and he's poor in academics. He's really poor in academics. And one thing very positive about him is he's good in music, especially playing keyboard. And I wish to send some of his videos in our group also. He's very much interested in playing keyboard. My question is, he plays keyboard whenever he's in good mood, whenever he's happy, whenever he comes voluntarily to me happily. I'm teaching him keyboard and he learns very fast, really very fast, and he plays very good. The output is very good. But sometimes if I ask him, if I demand him to play now, if he's not in a good mode, he will not be able to play that. He resists. He doesn't want to play. So now we have 1 year before, we have started a YouTube channel for him where we upload some of his videos. So a lot of good comments or feedbacks are coming. It's very, very successful, going on very successfully. But if seeing his videos, some of his school teachers, my very close relatives, friends, they call me for little functions like birthday parties, everything, can you make Prajwal to play here? I am in a dilemma, ma'am. If I take my son there, if he is happy, if he is in a good mood, he'll play. But if he resists, what should I do then? Should I would should I have to say, no, Prajwal, you are committed to play now, you have to play, we have to say like that? Or can I go along with the way? Okay, he doesn't want to play now, I'm sorry. If it's a group of a special moms, special parents, it's very understanding, everybody understands. But if it is not of special children, it's of normal children group, means it creates a little embarrassment. So what should I do there? Do I have to ask authentically, say my son to play? Sometimes he gets aggressive if I say like that. Or can I say sorry and he doesn't want to play and come back home eating a cake? What should I do?
If I tell you something with authority, Shubha, you have to do it now. Will you like?
No, I won't like, but
nobody will like. And he's in the brink of teenage where rebellion, that rebellious thing has started already. If I want to do, I'll do. If I don't want to do, I'll not do.
Yeah.
Rebellious, it is just the starting of teenage. You have to give in to that. And I would say that don't push him. Why don't you, whoever is organizing the program, why don't you ask those people to come and talk to him? I mean, just an idea. I don't know whether it will work or not. Ask them to come and talk to him. That so many people are coming, we want you to play and you to play beautifully. And would you mind playing? And that day you don't talk to him anything. You have to play very well. You have to do this, you have to do that. Because I feel your anxiety is coming on him. Since he plays well, you want him to play well and you are over preparing him for something. I feel, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. That is playing on him. If you give him just to relax, that today is his program, we just relax as if nothing is there. Because he knows his notes, he can play it. Don't say anything to him. Just in the morning, once you remind, today evening we are going, you have a program. And
I'm telling him like a story. Before going to bed, I'm telling him like a story. Prajwal, tomorrow we are going to a birthday party, or we are going to a school function. There you are going to play. So will you play? I'm just telling like a story. I'm not at all, because I know about my son. If I force, the opposite will happen. So I never force him.
How many times are you telling?
Just 1 or 2 times I used to tell him. And before going to school or before going to the program, I used to tell him calmly. I am very, very soft and I have become so submissive nowadays. So because I'm afraid, if I force, the opposite happens. So
it will happen. It will happen.
What about preparing him in advance, like sort of taking his consent, like they're asking you to play in a birthday party. Why don't
Are you okay to play? If he says yes, but I feel that 1-2 times also like a story, don't say. He's grown up boy, he understands.
Because I feel once they say yes, then they will stick to it.
They will stay, and he has enough exposure of playing on for the YouTube channel and everything. So tell him like a story and all, it's too boring for him. Don't tell him.
At home, ma'am, at home it is very comfortable because whenever he is happy, he voluntarily does
It's not
it.
happy, ma'am. What I told, it's not about happy. Too many people are there that processing the sound, the visual, sometimes it can get difficult for them. It's not
Okay.
being happy or sad. He at home, he's very comfortable. He knows the light will come exactly this way. The sound, appa or amma or my grandmother will speak in certain way. He's very prepared for that. Maybe going out is that new place is scaring him. And all the new places, somewhere maybe he's playing, the moment he's comfortable, he'll play. So maybe you take him to the venue before the program.
Okay.
Maybe one option that you take him to the venue, introduce him to the venue and see that there'll be people and you'll be sitting and playing here, expose him beforehand to everything rather than just pushing him on the day of the program.
Okay.
Day of the program, you should not utter one word. You just...
The one thing I'm very much concerned, man, if he shows this behavior in front of the audience, like getting aggressive or means the same thing he will again and again, he will repeat. So that's why I'm very concerned. I have to take him again to the stages, or is this enough? Playing in the uploading in the videos in the YouTube channel, is this enough for him? Or can I go one step ahead?
No, then when he is not ready, take the step back. There'll be a time he will be ready. Just give him some time. He's 11 or 12, right? Give him time. He's not.
I feel before committing to the program, you take his consent. So and so is asking you to play in their program. Shall we say yes?
Yes,
yes. Yes, ma'am. That time he says yes.
Yeah, but that sensory thing, you don't know. It's a new place for him. So maybe introduce him. Or maybe for the time being, take a step back, just upload videos. And the day you feel he is ready, you will understand. He will also give you a signal that he is ready. Or some family function is there, you ask him to play. If he's not okay, pull him back. It's okay. But the day you will understand and give him time. He's too young. And I'm telling you, I faced the same thing with my son, that sensory processing was so much this one for him that he refused to talk to people. And we look at it. I just gave him time. I forced him that time. I will not deny that. I did force him. But now I understand that why it happened. So maybe too many people, too much sound, too much commotion, light, he's not able to take it.
Yeah.
So just give him some time, or you can try one time by taking him to the place beforehand and showing him the place.
Okay.
And what Samyukta told, take consent first. Ask him that they are asking, is it okay? Are you okay? If she says yes, come, we will take you to the place where this is going to happen, and go 1 or 2 days, go and show him the place. Make him sit there and play if it is possible. Take this one, and this is where you're going to play. So if they are familiar with something, it's easy. Sudden exposure to new things, they are not ready at all.
Okay.
For them, it is too much for them.
With my son, I have to always prepare him. Suddenly we go to somebody's house and I say, he sings very well. So if you say, why don't you sing a song? He'll say no. Yeah. Before going itself, say, we're going to so-and-so's house. Please, you have to sing 2 songs. They'll enjoy your song. Will you please do it? He'll reluctantly agree. And there because he has said yes, he will do it. So I think advanced preparation may help, and taking their consent.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, Shubhra.
I think we have a question from Padma. Can you unmute and ask?
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Hi, Arpita, ma'am.
Hi, Padma.
Thanks for sharing your journey, ma'am. It's really motivating us. And I have a question, ma'am. Actually, my son is 3.4 years old. And he's diagnosed with autism at the age of 2.4 years old, ma'am. So the question is, like, I am a working mother. Actually, I'm not able to manage the work and the kid. You told, right, you are a working mother. How you used to manage work and the kid, ma'am? I want to know.
Yeah, I used to do part-time work. I was in a Montessori school. So my work used to be 9 to 12. I, as a mother, again, it's my personal opinion. I will not say that everybody agrees that it's everybody's way. Initially,
Okay.
child has some issue. A few
Hmm.
years we need to give the child. Or if you really want to work somewhere which doesn't clash with your child's routine. I'm saying
Actually, ma'am, I am in the position I can't quit the job because I am the primary contributor
no, I'm not
to
telling
the
you. I'm not
family.
telling you to quit or something. I understand, but there is nobody, no support system at home for you.
Yeah, my mother is there to support in the household chores.
Okay.
But morning I will take him to the therapies and I will reach him home in the afternoon. After that, I will feed him and I will play with him for some time. Again, I will log in for work. So during my work time, right, he will be alone and he will get lost in his own world, ma'am.
Can you chalk out few things to give to your mother that what are the things like what he likes to do, not therapy things. He when you are busy, if he likes coloring or not, if he likes listening to music, or if he likes a little outdoor game, something which your mother can she manage?
Actually, she is illiterate, ma'am. She doesn't know all those things.
No, not reading, writing. What
Okay.
what are the things your child likes?
He likes coloring, ma'am.
Okay.
Coloring and no specific interest he has, ma'am. He is just 3.5 years old.
Very
So he likes to play with me like people games like peekaboo, hide and seek, such kind of games he likes. Yeah.
okay. So can your mother play with him for some time? What the games you are playing when you are busy for some time?
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
when you both are playing, just make her sit next to you and let her observe.
Okay.
Maybe when you are busy and he's not okay, you tell him that you play with him, give him coloring for some time, and the things which you are uh, I mean, if she can imitate the same what you are doing when you are, is it
Okay.
possible? Is it possible?
Yeah, I can try that, ma'am.
Yeah, because
And
she is the primary caregiver for your child when you are not around, no? So maybe you can
yeah.
train her with that small games which your child likes, so that you can
Okay.
focus better and your child is also happy.
Yeah, ma'am.
Just
Yeah, I
try it
can
out.
try
I'm
that,
not saying
ma'am.
it's a short solution or something like that, but can be tried out.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I will try that. And do we need to engage the child all the time, or can we leave him for some time, ma'am?
Yes, of course, it's just 3.5. He's just
Okay.
3.5. Give him time to play, to explore, to just, just run, just lie down on the floor. It really
Uh, yeah, actually, he has more vocal stimming, ma'am. He has more vocal stimming, and he'll be making big sounds and will be running here and there, ma'am. That's
Well,
how he spends most of his time in
let him
home.
for some time. Let him for some time. What is wrong in that? Maybe you can show him some video on different animal sound and let him move forward from pig to dog to some other animal instead of just sticking to the pig.
Okay.
Can that be done?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Doing only pig, no? But there are so many different animal sounds. Why don't you introduce him to that? Some nursery rhyme
Okay.
which he can sit and listen on his own. Most of these children are, musically inclined.
Mm,
Nursery
okay.
rhymes which has animals in it and all. Can it be done?
Yeah, sure, madam. I will try. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think we'll take one last question. Anybody? Somebody else had.
Hi, ma'am. Supraja here.
Okay, Supraja and Pragna.
Hi, tell me.
Okay. Hello, can you listen me?
Yes, Supraja, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Supraja, we can
Ma'am,
hear you.
actually 6 years. My kid is 6 years. I put him in this year special school. So many informing don't put in special school, put him in normal regular school. But I am afraid. But because normal school will goes according to their portion, not according to the kids. So can you suggest me this one?
I think she just
Yeah, I just told that you think your child can manage academics?
Yeah,
Supraja?
because he can't say what happened at what happening at that time he will respond, but I don't know. He's okay in academics, but in an inclusive school, if he learned or not, teacher won't see. They will go according to their portion, no? In normal schools. See, if in this special school, if he does not, he'll not learn anything, they will go back and they will teach. After that, they will go for next step.
I don't know. I
Supraja, it's
feel
up to you to assess your child's strengths.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And our children need a lot of caring and affection. Pushing them continuously will not help. I feel they need a lot of time, affection, and love. Putting them through that grinder of
It's only that.
So if you're happy with the way the special school,
That's why I put him in special school.
Yeah, if you're happy with the way the special school is dealing with him,
He's
and,
happy, he's developing every day, he's
And
learning
then-
so many things.
Then it answers your own question.
Yeah,
Then
so
it answers
at
your
least
own
for the
question.
timing, he's only 6. So give it some
And
more
he's
time.
happy. He's happy. He's
Yeah.
developing. What else you want? Why do you want to uproot him when everything is good is happening just because somebody else is saying?
Means others, some are telling while seeing other special kids, he will learn some special anything. Normal kids means he will become, I don't know.
If you have put in that school with some trust on the teachers, have the trust for some time. And when you are seeing the result, there's no reason not to.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. And second thing, ma'am, can we beat or scold these kids? Some not full of, lightly. Because sometimes I will scold him, sometimes I will not forcing, I will beat also sometimes, because at that time only he will listen.
You have made it a pattern that until I beat you, you will not listen. Because they are, they
No, not a pattern, he will listen. Sometimes I will show anger.
You only told that
Yeah,
until I
he
beat
will
him,
scream,
will not
no, at
listen.
that time.
No, don't,
Sometimes, not full time.
Don't.
Maybe weekly once he's getting.
No. Just, I being little
Just
stern
without
and not
showing
talking for some
only.
time will help. Not just don't talk for some time. Be little. They understand body language very well. Very well, they understand body language. So if you just turn your face and every time a child comes and just tell, I'm not happy with what you did, I
Yeah.
think that will also work rather than beating.
Yeah, not recommended.
No, taking comb only, he's understanding. Amma got angry. Just taking comb to my hand, Amma will beat me.
You try not talking to the child and turning your face when the child comes, that the child will understand that also.
Okay, we'll move on.
Okay, ma'am, I will try.
Thank you, Supraja. Pragna, you can unmute.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it was very interesting listening to Arpita's story, and it was actually giving a positive ray of hope for us, because we feel sometimes that we don't know what's next, and we feel too overwhelmed in the current situation. But just looking back even a few months, it will show that there are some improvements and all that. So that gives a positive hope. Actually, I feel my son is musically inclined, but I don't know if I sometimes don't know how to cultivate these hobbies, or how to check if they are good in that, and how do we proceed for that, like any extracurricular activities. How do we initiate for them, how to introduce things to them, and see if from there on whether they like it or not, and how to proceed with those things.
Expose your child to what the areas of interest is. Like, for example, you are saying good in singing. So whenever he's singing, make a small video. These days, WhatsApp has all family groups and all. Start putting in the group. Let the appreciation come. Show it to your child. If your child read, okay. If your child can't read, ask them to put a clap sign or a heart sign or something like that, and encourage your child. See, you sang and everybody liked. That way, and Sports and all, what you are saying, you expose and see. I mean,
Yeah, sports actually, he couldn't cycle also. But now he's within a span of 15 days, he learned to cycle without the balancing wheels. And now he's even playing basketball, skating. He does swimming also.
very nice.
So all these sports, all outdoor activities is very good at. He has a very good voice. So I haven't actually formally trained him on singing, or I haven't tried. So I just wanted to know how to start, or
You
will it be
have
overwhelming?
teachers that specialize in,
Yes,
teaching these children.
yes.
Okay.
So choose such a teacher. You get in touch with us. We can probably give you some references.
Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Just try. I mean, you just have to give it like 3 to 4 months to see if they pick it up.
And develop his interest that way, record whatever he's singing, whenever he's singing, and put it to your close friends and relatives.
And
ask them to comment.
many times I would have taught a song or something to my daughter. I wouldn't make him sit and learn. He will just be in the room. If I'm just teaching to my daughter, he would have picked up.
Yeah, auditory skills, no? Excellent skills.
So definitely you should put him in formal learning and see how it goes.
Sure, ma'am.
There are teachers that teach.
If I'll just get in touch with you for some references.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think we're running out of time. One quick last question. Nivedita, I think we will take your question as the last one. You can unmute and ask.
Hi, ma'am. The session was really great.
Thank
It's good to know a lot of things, like how he has grown into a good independent adult. Actually, my child is just 3, ma'am. And now the question I have is, he got diagnosed when he was 1.3. I'm also a psychologist. So the problem initially was like, it was just doctor told eye contact is only issue. He may not be a special child. He may talk. He'll become independent. And we started, and he started talking. Suddenly at the age of 2, he became mute. Like he didn't even say amma, appa, everything. Whatever words he got, it all went in one go. Then we started therapy in one place, like in my hometown, Madurai. We started. And what they told is, the child seems so normal. And he doesn't need any therapy, they told. And I believe that totally. But now it is real shock. At the age of 3, still he's asking everything non-verbally. If he wants water, he'll bring the water cup. If he wants plate, if he wants food, he'll bring plate. But I'm not able to teach him anything like ABC or 1, 2, 3, or like now he's calling amma, appa, everything he's calling. And the special educator, now we came back to Madurai again. From we were like 4 to 5 months we were in Chennai. In those therapy centers, they told him he may never talk because he has already slipped into showing actions and his receptive language is very good. Now my question is, everybody is telling put him in a mainstream school. But how a child who can't even, and who's not even listening what I say. So like even the special school they go to, they are telling, let him be here in the morning, let him go to let him go to a mainstream school in the morning and let him come in the evening. Because the child is receiving everything. Because when we ask which is ABC, he is able to identify. But if I ask him to sit and write, he doesn't even see me, or he doesn't even like take the pencil. But I'm not sure like what to believe, like the child will ever speak, or like will he get academics, or should I put him in a mainstream school, or just leave him in this therapy in a special school itself. It's all full of confusion. And now he's kind of getting into skating. He's like interested in skating and he's doing that. But there also they're not able to teach him anything. So is it very hard to teach the kid? That is what I want to know.
Not at all, Nivedita. And the child is just 3 years old. Give the child some time. Don't, start getting judgmental about the child. Can he do this? Can he? Your anxiety is causing the child more stress than anybody else. Just take each day as it comes. He's just 3. He's just blooming. He started his journey. So just.
But he's speaking other things and all. He's asking questions to me. Like if I ask him, "Did you have skating in school?" He'll say no. If it was no, yesterday, even today, I thought he's simply saying no. But when they checked the camera recorder, yesterday they didn't put him in skating because he was late to school. So he's able to answer all that, but the sentence speaking or like interaction isn't coming. That is the.
It will take some time. It will take some time. He's just 3, and as you say, he may be having some issue, some problem. It's been diagnosed or not, I don't know. Even if it for neurotypical, some of them bloom little late. So I feel you are being too, anxious about your child, which is coming in the way of your child. Don't be so anxious. Just
So I can put him in mainstream school also, as they suggest.
Right now, let the child be in Montessori. He's just 3, no?
He went to Montessori, ma'am. Actually, in Chennai, he went to Montessori only. But that same teacher told like he is not able to cope up. But in special schools, they are telling he's a neurotypical child. That is the thing.
Trust your judgment. See, understand your child. Trust your judgment. Don't listen to what others are saying. You know your child the best as a mother.
Okay.
And don't get stressed and worked up. His child is just 3, just started. Relax, enjoy the moment with your child. Expose your child to everything. Take him out to the park. Give that love and affection.
His behavior is also fine. He doesn't shout or like, except for he's not speaking in sentences. Everything is fine, but he has an ASD diagnosis because there is lack of eye contact. So he has the diagnosis, but other things are okay.
Things improve with time. I also had a lot of issue, but things improve. Just give your child love, affection, and time.
Yeah, at 3, please don't be so anxious.
Yeah. Don't be so. You being anxious is coming on the way of the child.
Sure.
I mean, don't look at what other child is doing. See what my child is doing and what are the.
That is
I need to push my child. Because can I push with this pressure? Yeah. Like how much pressure.
I'm also exposed to so many kids.
No, like, don't come under pressure. It will not help you. It will not help. Give your child pressure as much he or she can take. Don't. He will fall on face.
Actually, I'm not able to give any pressure also. If I just make him sit also, he'll just go.
Go. Because you're very anxious. He can sense that they are sponge for you.
Go. He'll say me, it's right on my face. He will say go. No want. He'll say and go.
Yeah, just relax. Give the child some time. Don't run and rush into conclusions and judgments.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we really need to close. We've overshot by almost half an hour because obviously the session was so interesting and I'm sure all the parents found a lot of value today. So let me conclude. I'd like to thank Arpita for giving us her valuable time and sharing her beautiful journey. It was really interesting and inspiring, and I'm sure all the parents here also found it very inspiring. And I thank all the parents in our audience for attending today, and we look forward to seeing you again in our next Tea Time chat. For those of you who are part of our Pranetra program, I'll see you all tomorrow evening for the session on speech stimulation at home by Grishma Gautamaditya. And if you're interested in joining this program, please do get in touch with me. Thank you and have a good evening. All.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all. Thank you, Samyukta.
Thank you. Thank you.